What's up guys, Jemillio here with another SUPERX product breakdown. Now this drop is very interesting because of the fact that it's been, I think it was since 2021 when SUPERX did like a flash drop. It was a tracksuit, but it wasn't called the Flash, it was called the Allen. And it's because this one is officially licensed with Warner Brothers. The other one was not. It was an inspired tracksuit. This one actually is the Flash. So we haven't seen the Flash getting any love from SUPERX for a few years now. So I'm looking forward to this. And even though I am a fan of the Flash. My Flash kind of growing up was Wally West. I watched the Justice League cartoon when I was a kid on Cartoon Network. So that was sort of like my Flash growing up. But then later on, like with the New 52, they reintroduced Barry Allen. Like that. I even liked the show up until maybe, I want to say 5 seasons, and then, or 4 or 5 seasons. Then after that, it kind of went off the deep end for me. And I actually hated the Flash movie that came out. I think it was absolute trash. But I mean, whether you like the movie or dislike the movie, I am a big fan of the Flash. So, you know, I was looking forward to this drop. Barry Allen is I think a fantastic character. And so in this collection, we have 4 items. We have a hoodie, jogger, performance shorts, and a performance t-shirt. So I'm gonna go into a full breakdown of the entire collection, what they look like, the materials that are used, how they fit, how they feel, all that good stuff. So stay tuned, we're gonna get right to it. Oh, by the way, very quickly before I get into it, if you are a fan of the Flash, you want a good Flash story, do yourself a favor if you haven't already and read Flashpoint. And if you don't want to read and you want to watch a good Flash movie, watch the Flashpoint Paradox. It should be on Max. It's it came out years ago, but it's a really good Flash movie. So if you maybe didn't like the last Flash stuff on film that we've seen from DC, watch that. Really good film. Anyway, okay, now let's get to the clothes. I am 5'10", about 190 to 195 pounds, and I'm wearing a large in everything that you're gonna see in this video. So we're gonna first start talking about the hoodie. And as you can see, they went with this really beautiful kind of, I don't even know the exact name of the color, but it's like this burgundy almost. And this tracksuit is reminiscent to me of what Barry Allen wore in the Flash TV show, like kind of the first couple seasons, you know, when he kind of had more of like the leather outfit, not the one he got later on. But it kind of reminds me, it's reminiscent of that. So they have this like really nice burgundy color on the shoulders and the obliques. It's even a darker color. It's almost brown. It looks like almost, but it's not. It's like this, like I said, the only way I could think of describing it is like burgundy. And they have this really kind of nice dull gold color that accents. So it has that gold piping around it. It has this really cool drawstring. The logo in the center of the chest is embossed. So it's not a separate material that's on top of the chest. It's the material itself is embossed. If you don't know what embossing is, Google it, you'll see what I mean. So SUPERX has what's called, if you're unfamiliar with their clothes, it's a cut and sew pattern, and they call it 3D stitching. And what it does is when they take all these different panels and stitch them together, it gives it almost this sort of armor-like look. And that's what you have here on the torso. Now, there are 2 kind of hideaway pockets here. When I mean hideaway, I mean that you can barely see the pockets. And it's 1 pocket. So there's 2 zippers, but it's 1 kangaroo pocket. You have mesh detailing on the shoulders and the obliques. And one of the cool things that I like that you can see when you come around the back is the detail on the hood. So you have this kind of zigzag look on the hood. Again, it's reminiscent of what we kind of see in the TV show. And also, if you look at like some of the Flash's suits, like in the New 52, he actually had that where you see kind of like a zigzag design on his cowl. So they kind of mimic that on the hood here. My recommendation in sizing for this is going to be stay true to size. I wear a large in all my other jackets. I'm wearing a large in this. The fabric that this is made from, it is a cotton polyester spandex blend. So it's very stretchy, very breathable. It's not a super heavy jacket. It's made to be worked out in. And the mesh is very stretchy too. So it's very comfortable. Now this is not something that I would say that you would want to wear in super cold weather because it's so breathable. It is made to be worked out, and so you're gonna wanna have your body heat escape. This is not something that you would wanna wear in like 25, 30 degree weather, but something around like 60 degrees or so, it's gonna keep you warm. Overall, I'm really happy with the color that they decided to go with on this. I'm glad they didn't go with a super bright red. Red and yellow are kind of a hard color combination to go with, because if you go too bright with either one, you end up looking like ketchup and mustard. So I think just the exact kind of shade that they went with for both the red and the gold is absolutely perfect. There's nothing on here in terms of the color that I would change. So those are my thoughts on the hoodie. Let's talk about the joggers now. I'm wearing a large in these as well. Same great color, same great fabric, a few other details on here. So you have an open pocket on the left and a zipper pocket on the right. When you come down to the left side, there's a silicone flash logo there, and there are mesh details across the upper butt right below the waistband. It's the same mesh that's on the hoodie. You've got this beautiful piping, gold piping down the leg. You have that darker kind of super dark red, almost brown color that's on the calf too. And again, it's the same color that you see on the hoodie. And the gusset or the crotch area has that mesh material as well. These joggers are super comfortable. Again, the fabric, this cotton polyester spandex blend, it's very comfortable, very breathable. It has almost this silky smooth texture to it. So it's moves with you. It doesn't get in the way of anything that you're doing. So if you're running, squatting, kicking in it, whatever you're doing, you know, for your workouts, it's gonna be able to keep up. My sizing recommendation for this also is gonna be true to size. I wear a large in all my joggers, and I'm wearing a large in these, and I would not want to size down at all. Let's go on to the performance t-shirt. I'm wearing a large in this as well. And one of the things that I love about SUPERX performance shirts is I wear performance shirts from like ASRV and Young LA and Nike and Adidas and Under Armour, and none of them have the amount of detail on their shirts that SUPERX does. So one of the things that they do that I love on their shirts is they combine different kinds of fabric. So they have this poly spandex blend for like as the main fabric, so like down the torso and on the back. There's no cotton in it. It's very stretchy and it wicks away moisture. So it's got like a lot of bounce to it. But then they have this mesh material that's on the upper back and the upper arm on this one and on the oblique. So not only do you get this nice color contrast, but you get this great fabric contrast. And this mesh on here, it's not the same mesh that's on the hoodie and joggers. It feels fantastic. It has like this sort of silky smooth feel to it. It feels great on the skin. As far as details go on this, you have the same type of silicone logo on the shirt that's on the joggers. You have that 3D panel stitching on here that you also have on the hoodie. And again, that I've talked about before, the cool thing about this is that you have like these different fabrics and these different panels stitched together. So there's just a really high level of detail that you're not gonna find in other performance shirts. The color on this is fantastic. The way it feels is fantastic. You have this great piping detail on here as well on the kind of the upper shoulder area. Sizing recommendation for this is going to be true to size. Again, I wear a large in all my shirts. I would wear a large in this. But if you're looking for something that, again, you say if you're a Flash fan and you just want some really, like a really great workout shirt, these are great. SUPERX performance shirts have kind of become like my go-to performance shirts just because I really do like them more than almost every other one that I have. And this to me is like a shining example of why they stand out. Just the level of detail to me is unmatched. So again, go true to size on this. Those are my feelings on the sizing recommendation. Now let's talk about the shorts. These are shorts that I would call like running shorts, meaning there's no cotton on these. They're very light. There's a bit of stretch to it. Not a lot, not a ton, but there is a bit of stretch to it, but they're very, very light. You know, they're not thick or anything like that. They're thin, light shorts. They have the same great color, this red color. Some details are, there's this gold heat transfer strip trim on the left and right side. They have an open pocket on the left and a zipper pocket on the right. There is a mesh detailing across the upper butt right underneath the right underneath the waistband, not drawstring, but the waistband. A different mesh that's on the hoodie and the performance t-shirt. It's not the same kind of mesh, but it is this very light perforated mesh. Feels great, has a lot of stretch to it. This is the same the same type of shorts that the Batman collection had and the Superman collection has. So if you have gotten those shorts, you like those shorts, you're going to like these. They're exactly the same. The only difference, of course, is just the color. And then as far as detail goes, you have that same silicone Flash logo on the left leg here that's on the joggers, and that's on the performance t-shirt. I'm wearing a large in these. My recommendation again is going to be stay true to size, get a large. And that's the entire collection. I think that it looks great. Again, I'm very picky about that red and yellow. I think it looks fantastic on this. I think whatever you decide to pick, you can't go wrong. If you guys want a discount code on anything on their site, you can use mine, Jemil, Jemil. It'll give you 15% off anything on their site and help support me directly to keep making these videos for you guys. If you have any questions about the clothing, the sizing, etc., let me know in the comments. I'd love to help answer any of your questions. And also, before you go, while you're there in the comment section, let me know what your favorite thing is, your favorite kind of Flash that you've ever, or Flash property, I would say that. Whether it's a graphic novel, a comic book run, an animated series. Me personally, I gotta go with the Justice League. Especially Justice League Unlimited, because that was my first introduction to Flash. Even though we went back to Barry Allen, that was Wally West, like, if it wasn't for that, I would have had no idea who the Flash is. So that's my favorite. Let me know what yours is. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.